What's going on, everybody? How you feeling out there? Everybody feeling good? Feeling good, feeling great. How about you? The Jermy St. Louis Show, episode 9. Tell me what you want. What do you guys want? We're going to find out today. How you feeling? Everybody have a good week? I really hope you did. I'm only here for the positive vibes, baby. Positive vibes only. Shout out to everybody living that positivity on a daily basis. We ain't got no room for no negativity. Zero room for it. What's good? Yeah. I'm excited for this episode today. I really am excited. Are you guys excited too? There's so many things I want to talk about. But first, I want to welcome all of you guys to the Jermy St. Louis Show, episode 9, titled, What Do You Want? We're going to get to the bottom of it. What do you guys really want? I had a fantastic week this week. I hope you guys had the same. I can't wait to talk to you about these things. I got so many things on my mind. My week was all right, man. It was kind of rough, to be honest with you. I had a lot of ups and I had a few downs. It was probably the roughest week I've had since being back here in New Jersey. You know, the weather's been trash. They don't know whether it wants to snow or sleet or be sunny or be freezing. It's a very weird time for the weather. How's the weather where you guys are? I miss the beach. Shout out to everybody on the West Coast. I want to know what you guys are interested in. Like, have you ever really thought about what you're truly grateful for? I am so grateful to be able to be here to talk to you guys and spread positivity, as much positivity as I possibly can. There's so much negative energy being sent around the universe, and I just think that the more and more people decide to be happy, because happiness, I believe, is a choice. The more people decide to be happy, the happier the world will be. I just think it really is as simple as that. I also want to talk to people who cut corners. I want to talk to you corner cutters today. We're going to clear the air on that. Also want to get a clearer picture as to what you guys want. I always ask a lot of people, what do you want? And everyone seems to be, really confused when I ask that question. And the question isn't really hard. It's just a matter of, I think it has so many layers to it that a lot of people have to stop and really think about it. And it's so complex and so layered that people ask you, they try to categorize it even more. Like, what do you mean? Like, that's such a general question. And I'm like, it's actually not that general at all. It's really a tailor-made specific question for you to answer and to really think about it. I had to think about it for a long time, and the more and more I try to search and find myself and make breakthroughs, and lift curses and break barriers, the more I realize that I really am in a space where I want to find out more about myself. I feel like I've been so far removed from what I used to be, and that I've lost myself for so long that I am no longer accustomed to what I once was. And getting back to that has been a tremendous journey. There's so many new things that I find out about myself. And I find out a lot of those things just by having a lot of alone time. Going for a walk, taking a drive, being on the train, constantly in thought, having conversations with people who I felt I needed, maybe some type of validation from, or something from just in general, people that, I've had clouds looming over, or some things that I haven't quite been able to close the book on. In a few relationships that I've been trying to put on the mend. One of them was extremely successful, and it made me feel really good. It really cleared out a huge chunk of cloud in my space. And so it was really refreshing to find a new piece of myself, because I've been gone for so long without knowing that this one particular person forgave me for something that I did to them. And to find out that they forgave me a long time ago But I didn't realize that until after 20 years. It really really set my soul free, and I felt really good about that. Have you guys had any breakthroughs this week? Are you guys having anything going on with you personally, or you have maybe a disagreement with someone that you may love, and you've been fighting for a long time, and you know that you need to nip your relationship in the bud so you can be in a better place, in a better space, and you're refusing to do it? I encourage you to be the bigger person today. Being the bigger person just feels so much better than being the one that's always waiting for the drama to happen. You're always waiting for the, oh boy, here we go. And that's not a cool way to live life, especially if you are involved with people that you consider your family or your friends. Two words that a lot of people throw around loosely nowadays, but you really have to sit and analyze and ask yourself, is like, how much do I love this person, and is what we're beefing about bigger than our love? That is the main question that I would like to ask. You know, is like, how is this problem bigger than our love for each other? You know, I used to hold so many grudges back in the day, and like, I was so used to holding grudges, people who would just, you know, I feel would do me wrong, and then I would get this chip on my shoulder, and then I just hold it against the other person for a very long time. And it's just like displaced energy. And all of it really went nowhere. It went towards animosity and negativity and resentment and all of those negative feelings that come with a negative vibration and negative energy. And after a while, once you seem to find you come to find yourself a little bit more, you come to realize that, man, I really wasted a lot of time. Like, I really could have spent that energy that I was using against or using towards someone. I could have been using that energy towards my passion or my goal, or to give someone a hug, or give someone a compliment, or smile at somebody. There's so many different ways that you can divert your attention from the negative rather than the positive. So a lot of times when people would, or I would allow people to get under my skin, I'd get so irritated at some people, you know, and it would just put me in this place, and I just have this weird feeling in my stomach, and, you know, my adrenaline starts to go up a little bit and climb, and, you know, I'm just in this negative area, this negative space, because I allowed someone in their negativity to seep into my life and my positivity that I'm trying to obtain and uphold, rather. So whenever an exercise that I've been working on that has been helping me a great deal is the 17-second rule. So with the 17-second rule is whenever I feel like I'm in a negative space or a negative energy, and I'm well aware that I am in this space and energy, is that I divert my attention to a funny thought, or an uplifting song, or a memory that makes me smile and makes me happy. And I focus on it for 17 seconds. And I think about all the good things that this feeling is making me feel. And I concentrate on it, and I concentrate on it until after a while, that negative pit in my stomach subsides. And then I'm back. And it usually takes me longer than 17 seconds because I still have lots of inner work, personal work that I have in my heart that I need to handle. But I've gotten tremendously better since I started doing the 17-second thing. I'm probably like 2 or 3 minutes, but I'm really trying to get it down to that 17 seconds, and I work hard. I work very hard on that. And actually, you know, my occurrences, even though they don't happen often, they happen long, but they don't happen often, I live with those odds. I'm like, okay, well, a lot of things aren't upsetting me at a rapid pace like they used to, because a lot of times someone would piss you off or say something to you, and it would just irritate you and bother you and stick with you, and you just ride it out, and then you start thinking about it and like, oh, well, I don't know why that person said, and then they had the nerve to even, and you start thinking and dwelling, and the more then you start spiraling, and then you start living inside of that negative feeling, that negative energy. And you really have to put it into that, because now you're attracting all energy. So before you know it, you may be pissed at somebody, and you going to work and you park and you go upstairs, come down, now you got a ticket, or maybe someone towed your car or scratched your car, and then now you got road rage. Now you're upset about them, and then someone calls you on the phone, and now you're pissed at them, and all they were doing was asking you a question, and now you're just spreading the negative all over the place. Now you're just infecting everybody, when all you could have done was taking the time to be aware of the negative energy that you were in, the negative space that you were living in, and just doing the best to divert your attention to something more positive. Trust me, if you try it, it's called the 17-second rule. I am not the greatest. I'm about 2-3 minutes right now, which is a long stretch from it would be 2 hours I would go. It would just be bottled up inside of me. And I was probably at my peak in this negative atmosphere a lot last year in 2017. I was just like an angry, bitter person, and nothing in my life was going right. But I was just riding that nothing in my life is going right train. And I was just attracting everything that wasn't going right and that was negative into my life. And that turned into negative altercations with people that I love, and and people that I don't know, and just not being the positive person that a lot of people were accustomed to me being, or me displaying. And I've never been that way. So I knew that I had to put it into it, because it was really taking a toll on my professional life and my work life, as well as my household. And that is something that I have within me that I work really hard at. And for me to get it down to 2-3 minutes, that right there in itself was a major task. But the 17-second rule helps me. That's something you guys can borrow. Let me know in the DMs or comments or whatever that you're listening, of maybe some ideas that you have to help divert your negative attention. I would love to hear it, and so maybe I can apply some of those things to my life too. So I just wanted to share that with you. So back to, what do you want? A lot of people don't know what they want. A lot of people, when they hear that question and they answer the question, they answer it very broad. And they say, well, I want abundance, or I want riches, and I want money, and I want a car, and I want this, and I want that. And everything is super general. But what you really have to realize is that you are going to get exactly what you ask for, if you ask for it. And you have to be specific. If you want to make a certain amount of money a year, you need to be specific with that amount that you want, and write that thing down, write that goal down, write that task down, write everything down, and you read it to yourself. You read it, and you make yourself a little goal card, and you read it to yourself, and you ask yourself after you read it, is like, what am I going to do to make this goal? What am I going to do? Am I going to do everything in my power to obtain this goal? How hard am I going to work to get what I want? Because it's coming out of your mind, out of your passions. It's coming out of you, whatever that thing is, whatever it is. When you want to go to nursing school, whether you want to, you want to start that mechanic business, or you want to, whatever you want to do, you already know the answer to it, and you already know what it takes to get there. So, but once you write it down and you live with it, and you read it to yourself once before you go to, or several times before you go to bed, and when you wake up in the morning, now you start to live and become those things. If I'm always thinking about, success, I love the word success and how it makes me feel, and everything that comes with it, success. I'm always saying that word success. So after a while, my body starts to respond to those words. And if all I'm thinking is success, then I am more than likely to be geared each and every single morning to be living that phrase, to be living the success, whether it's abundance or security or, peace. If you want your peace of mind, you have to really ask for those things and live those things. You really do have to work it. So ask yourself, what do you want? Be specific in what you want. If it's a certain car, what is the name of the car? What color is the car? Have you taken a test drive? Have you test driven the car yet? Have you sent an email just asking for a quote? I'm not saying that you have to go buy the car right this very second. You might not. You might not have all the money or the funds to buy that you buy it yet, but you're still envisioning yourself. And once you're continuously envisioning yourself in this car, then your body is going to respond to that energy of having that car, of being in that car, of washing that car, getting in and out of that car, picking up your loved one in that car, all of the stuff that you're going to do, taking a ride with the kids, you taking a ride by yourself, dropping the top down. Is it a convertible? What is it? A 2-door? Is it 4-door? Is it a pickup truck? What is it? An SUV? What is it? Be specific in what you want and write it down. Write it down. Once you write it down, it becomes alive. It's on the paper. It's going from your mind to your mind to your hand and onto the page. So, and it's yours. It belongs to you. And you, whatever it is, it could be something small. It could be, hey, well, I want to have a job in 30 days, or I want to make this amount of money in 2 weeks, or, I want to get this, I want to go and take these classes so I can go and get this degree later on. It's like whatever those, they don't have to be these grandiose things, that a lot of people get intimidated by. So you really have to ask yourself, what do you want? Write it down, read it to yourself every night before you go to bed. And once you wake up, and then you just journal that process. Write down all of the things that you think you can do to hit that goal. And don't get intimidated by, oh, you need money, or you need this, that, and the other. No, everything you need to get going, you have everything. You have everything to get started. It doesn't necessarily mean you can go get it right now. Some of you might be able to get it right now. You've just been procrastinating and putting it off, whatever it is. So you just have to get up and just do it. If it's that important to you, if it's a part of who you are, then you get up and you just do it. And so that's my advice. That's my advice for you guys. I hope that you guys have had a tremendous week. I also pray that you guys continue to just stay positive as possible. The world needs a tremendous amount of positive people in this world. I'm trying to hug 3 people a day right now. People usually shake my hand. I shake the hand and I bring them in. Sometimes it's good to get a hug. You never know who might need one. You never know who. I usually go around and tell people, hey, listen, I believe in you. I'm rooting for you. People don't hear those words often, so you kind of have to think about what other people are going through too. A lot of times when you be going through something, you may be bringing your energy into somebody else's life, and they may be going through something that they may not have time to receive that energy, or it may not be a healthy environment if you're bringing a certain energy into somebody's life and not knowing who they are. But if you always come in with a positive attitude, that always wins. That always, if you come and reach someone with a smile, it makes you crack a smile too a little bit. Smiling really is contagious. And all of these things sound cliche and corny, but they're very helpful. And I think they are great tools to just becoming a better person. You want your energy. You want people to enjoy being around you. You never want to be that guy or that girl where people just, everywhere you go is drama. You're always starting a fight with this, that, and the other. Everywhere you go, you at the amusement park and you getting into beef. And some people just enjoy living their life in drama and in chaos. I don't know how people can do that, but there are a lot of people who live that way. And if you're happy that way, then more power to you. I know positivity and negativity can't live in the same place at the same time. Love and hate cannot dwell in the same place at the same time. So you have to pick one or the other. If you're feeling a negative energy, you kind of know. You know when your adrenaline is starting to pick up and your heart's starting to pound a little bit. You shouldn't be living in a spot like that unless you're about to win $1 million or the lottery or something. You're anticipating something great happening that's good in your life, not a negative emotion that's going to do nothing but just sink your ship even more and take down everybody that's on the ship with you. So I just want to spread those quick little words with you before we go. Just keep pushing and keep trying. I don't want you guys to just give up on your dreams and give up on the things you're working on. It's going to be hard. There's going to be times where you're going to feel like you need to give up. I was watching the Cardi B and Ebro interview this morning, And Cardi was, telling her story about, a lot of people think she's an overnight success, but she's really been grinding things out for a long time and, really sticking to a game plan and steady trying to prove people wrong. I mean, she took the chip on her shoulder that she had and turned it into a positive rather than a negative. And now look where she is. And she said that there were tons of times where she felt that she wanted to give up, but she didn't. And one of the first song on her albums, Get Up on 10, the message behind it is that, people are going to constantly knock you down, knock you down, knock you down, knock you down, have negative things to say about you, hate on you, tell you that your dreams aren't possible. And, how do you think you're going to be able to do that? And they may not mean to do it, but they're putting these things and these negative darts inside of your life, and you can't let it. How you handle the negativity is going to determine how positive of a person are you. How resilient are you? How important are your dreams and your passions to you that you're willing to block out all the noise, cancel out all of the excess stuff that's going on around you, that's swirling around you on a day-to-day basis, and stay focused on the goal? Can you stay focused on the goal and not let anybody deter you from that? So I am definitely inspired by Cardi B's journey and by the message in a lot of her songs. She is the quintessential from the mud type of person, and it did not come easy, and she did not cut any corners. She's gotten a lot of help along the way. She's got a proper team in place, and her life is moving at a rapid pace because she decided not to give up. She decided not to take other people's negative thoughts and negative darts and accept them as her own. And now she has a platform where she can inspire others to not give up, to get knocked down 9 times and get up on that 10th one. So I salute Cardi B today. So, hey, listen, I hope you guys have a great weekend. What do you guys have planned? Are you going to the park? Are you going to have a picnic? You going to the movies? What are you guys going to do? I just hope that you have a great day. Remember to love one another. Spread your positivity wherever you go. And don't forget to tell people that you believe in them and that you're rooting for them. Even if you don't know them, just to give them that little bit of hope, that little bit of peace. You never know what someone's going through. So if you're able to send someone a positive vibe today, give someone a positive vibe and spread your light wherever you go. My name's Jermy St. Louis. This is episode 9. I love you guys so much. I can't wait to talk to you next time. Until then, have a great weekend and peace. Don't forget to like and share. Don't forget to like and share. Everyone's telling me don't forget to like and share. So if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear how your weekend went, how your week was. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to hit me on a DM or send me an email. And you can reach me at Jermy St. Louis, Jermy St. Louis @gmail.com. And you can also reach me on the same Instagram if you want to DM me. Hey, man. Until next time, it's your boy Jermy St. Louis, the Jermy St. Louis Show, episode 9. Shoot, we're almost at 10, you guys. We're almost there. Thank you so much. You guys have absolutely no idea the amount of support that you've been pouring in, all of the DMs, all of the text messages, all of the comments you've been leaving. I greatly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I really do. It is truly humbling, and you guys keep me going on a weekly basis. Remember to shine your light wherever you go. And remember, it's going to be all right. And that's my time, everybody. Until we meet again, peace and many blessings.
My mama told me that if I just hold on, never lose my faith, just keep pressing on, my struggle will be over in the nick of time. It will be alright. I've walked down this road many times before. He has never failed to keep me in his arms. My struggle will be over in the nick of time. been shattered because I slipped on ice. God will come and save me in the nick of time. It will be alright. I've come to encourage you that it will be alright. Yes, it will be alright. Oh, God will take my burdens if I just hold on. It will be alright. He will, no matter the test or the pain of my past. He will deliver me at all times. No light is shining, the path is not so clear. He brought me this far. I can feel him near. He will take my burdens if I just hold